If you can throw, you can throw.
If you can hit,
if you can pass, you can play.
If you can dunk, you can dunk.
If you can play, you can play.
The You Can Play project started with a college hockey team.
You know, a kid named Brendan Burke was our student manager in college for me, where I went to Miami University. He decided to tell the hockey team, which he was associated with, that he was gay. And we'd known him for a couple of years, so this didn't change anything. You know, in our minds, Brendan was Brendan.
Brendan died a few months later in a car accident. His family started the You Can Play project a few months later in his memory as a way to promote acceptance of LGBT athletes. The need for this message has become apparent as players such as Michael Sam and Jason Collins come out publicly and face critique.
You know, at the beginning, we didn't know its reaction amongst other players. You know, to see where it's come from about 2 years ago to where it is now.
I came into Stanford and was like very unsure of myself and like my identity, and thankfully had a roommate who kind of took me out of my comfort zone. So seeing the divide of almost like living in two different worlds of having like the LGBT community or the rest of the Stanford community, which was amazing and super supportive, but still feeling like I couldn't actually tell my team because we, like many college sports, are just like a culture of silence.
Stanford was ranked as one of the top 10 most LGBT athlete-friendly colleges. Tony decided to use this ranking to promote awareness and began working on Stanford's You Can Play video with the help of administration.
Once it was released, like so many Stanford athletes, present and former, were like posting the video on Facebook and sharing it. It's been great because we were like verbally and visibly able to make a statement about LGBT inclusion in sports, but people are actively using it to promote a message of inclusion.
You know, I think the big thing with sports, which people, you know, realize what they don't realize, is that your teammates are really a family. You know, it's a family-like atmosphere, whether it's football or basketball or hockey. Yeah, it's the alpha male, macho, people want to give that stereotype to it, but ultimately it's a family. You know, you're willing to do whatever you can for your teammate, and if a teammate happens to be gay, that doesn't change anything. You know, you have their back, you're going to protect them on the ice, you're going to do what you can to step up for them, and they're going to do the same for you.
We still do have work to do in getting sexuality in sports to a point where it can be talked about instead of kept silent, so that athletes don't have to fear that they won't be accepted because no one is saying anything.
And I think our society is ready for and has been ready for something like this for a while. I said I don't think I'm doing much. I'm doing the right thing, and if that if that helps break down some barriers, then that's a good thing.